In this video, I'll show you how to get $5 million. First, I'll just need you to go out there and buy a business. I'll show you in a second how you do that. And it's more than doable. Here's a guy I helped buy a 13 million a year business. Here's another guy I helped who now own $1 million business. And I don't care if you just have a high paying job or you're a business owner or whatnot. The way to get that $5 million is to go out there, buy a business and use the SBA loan. If you're not taking advantage of the SBA loans right now, you're missing out, period. The SBA loans used to loan up to $2 million. Now it's up to $5 million that you can literally have in your hands if you just go out there and are willing to buy a business. As simple as that. Now, what is SBA loan, you're asking? SBA loan is basically a loan that is facilitated by the banks, but is covered and guaranteed at least up to 75% by the US government. Which means that if something happens, the US government guarantee 75% of the loan. That's why the banks are willing to loan those amounts, and they're more than happy to. Those banks wouldn't give those loans unless the government would guarantee them. Now, it's a cash flow loan. So yeah, obviously you're going to bring them a business. They're going to look at the numbers. They're going to look at historical numbers. They're going to look at the cash flow. They're even going to look at projections and a forecast that you're going to have for the business. In the end of the day, their job is to make sure that you're going to do your best to give them their money back. They look at you as a credible buyer, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have tons of experience in business. It just means that you need to position yourself and know how to position yourself as someone who is credible. And a lot of it just got to do with the deal, right? So you need to learn how to find those good deals, because if the business can't pay back the loan based on their numbers, ideally based on historical numbers, then the bank's going to be super uncomfortable giving you that money. So yeah, when you talk to them, you'll need to convince yourself somehow that you can at least be someone who can pay your bills and put food on your table. They want to work with someone who can get the job done. That's what it's all about. A lot of people ask me, can I buy a business if I have no money whatsoever? And what I tell them is, look, if you can't pay your bills, if you can't put food on your table next month, and you can show that you at least have a few $1,000s in your bank account or in your saving accounts or in your retirement accounts, trust me, you have much bigger challenges right now than to run a business. Like, make sure you can survive first, make sure you have a job first, or you have some money saved first, because I know a lot of people who watch my channel are newbies and they've never been in business. Some of them never had a job. So worry about that first. Worry about having a roof above your head and being able to pay your bills and being able to put food on your table before you're going out there and trying to run a multi-million-dollar business. But when you have food on your table, when you have some savings, when you can live like a normal human being in the US, then let's dream big. Then let's go out there and buy a business. But first, take care of it yourself, because buying a business can take time. It's not like something that you do in a day and then you're becoming a millionaire. It takes time. There's a skill you need to learn, right? You need to go out there to know how to find deals, how to position yourself with banks, how to get those loans down, how to negotiate things, how to close the deal, how to then eventually obviously becoming a leader and running the business. Huge learning curve that you gotta go through to get this done. But first, if you can eat tomorrow, then I can't help you be a millionaire and buy a business tomorrow. An SBA loan is not the only way to do deals. I've done deals when I didn't need to use any loan whatsoever. There's a lot of different deal structures where you can close deals without taking a loan. But right now, the government is literally giving you money for free. They tell you, take the money, go and use it. So by you not taking advantage of this, I think why not? Like, go and do that, right? I don't know for how long this opportunity is going to be out there. So it's like someone is giving you money for free pretty much. And there's a forgiveness period and there's all those different benefits from getting this done, that it's a shame if you have a US passport and you can get this loan not to do it. So save money, do whatever you can to save some money, right? And then invest in yourself to grow your skills, to get out there, to get that done, right? And sometimes just by you becoming good at something, even if it's simple as saving some money, it's going to give you so much certainty and confidence in building a better career. Or if you built a great career, those things is what you should play with when you go out there and try to take a loan, and use that confidence to then eventually run a business. Because to run a business, it comes down to you being a person that can trust yourself, that then can have other team members to trust him as the leader of that company. That's what it's all about in the end of the day. And if you have a loan in savings, I don't think keeping your money in savings is the right thing to do right now. I'm not talking about you having $100 in your bank account. You need to save, right? You need money to pay food for tomorrow. I'm talking about those of you who have a lot of money, like at least $50,000, $100,000 in cash or in savings, then putting your money in cash is not the right thing to do right now. The value of the US dollars alone went down by like 20% in the last year alone, just by all the printing that's been done in the last year. So by you not seeing that and understanding that, it's a shame. Like, that's why the rich getting richer and the poor staying poor, because the rich are out there investing in equity, right? They investing in things that grow in value, while the poor stays with cash, like the cash value go down. So there's only so much they can do with it. While the rich, they don't care, the equity is going up, long term at least. And that's why the government wants to put out their loans, because the SBA loan historically was really, really helpful in situations like this. It's a great opportunity for the government to bail the economy pretty much with providing all those loans. So again, that means you can pretty much get money for free from the government to go out there and buy an asset that's worth a lot of money that hopefully will also grow in value over the next years. And if you're able to loan $5 million, which is kind of like the max amount that you can loan from the SBA, it means that you can buy a fairly sustainable and profitable and good, pretty big business. Think about it this way. Assuming that you went out there and you have $5 million to play with, and you can go out there and buy a business for 3-4 times multiples of EBITDA on pre-tax profits. That means you can buy a business doing around 1 million a year in pre-tax profits. Now for those businesses, depends on the margins, depends on the sectors and all that. It means your business can do 5-10 million a year in revenues. You can basically grow your sales in an afternoon by 5 to 10 million a year. That's not too bad, right? I don't know many startups who can do that in like 1 year, in their first year. Most of them can't even do it like ever. Like, I seriously don't know any entrepreneur who will ignore 10 million in extra revenues each year. So think about it. You got money from the government for basically free. And hopefully you have a good business, obviously, that can pay back that loan for the next few years. So after a few years of paying back those loans, you created a substantial wealth for you for doing that. And yeah, obviously you need to pay some interest and all that, right? But obviously we're assuming that you're buying a good business, right? We're talking right now about the loan. Right? Use that loan to buy a good business. That's the goal here. So I don't know for how long the government's going to have money to give away this way. Maybe the money's going to run out eventually, right? Who knows? Unless they're going to keep printing forever, then you need to make the most out of it. And yes, you need to come up with at least 5% of that amount that you're taking a loan for. You potentially can get some help from the seller and finance part of the deal, or look for the money at other places. So yeah, obviously you need to be aware of those things when you're taking the loan, and there's a lot of nuances that are involved obviously in the process, even in the process of just getting a deal in the first place. But pay attention to the opportunity. That's what you need to be worried about in this video at least. And of course, you need to buy a good business that's making good profits. Hopefully the money is not going to go down. Profits is still going to stay there. You understand how to grow the business or at least sustain it. So you need to be aware of those things. And that's where learning about how to find good deals, how to analyze deals, how to raise capital, how to negotiate on the right deal, how to get out there and get a deal team to help you, if it's accountants, lawyers, other advisors, how to eventually run the business yourself, or know how to hire a team that will help you with running the business, how to incentivize them, how to be their leader, how to make sure that the business is moving forward. And there are some KPIs and processes that everyone's follow, right? There's a lot of things involved in business. But the beauty in business is that there's no ceiling. You can grow it as big as you want in any sector. I don't care what sector you want to be involved in. There are people out there making billions with any sector that you want to throw out there. So I hope this video helped you understand why buying businesses is awesome. When I started as an entrepreneur, it took me almost a year to make my first $500. Then in my first acquisition, I was able to, like this, in an afternoon, to be able to have 7-figure in revenues. Just by doing one deal. That's what's exciting about buying businesses, about doing acquisitions, because to get there from scratch is so difficult, sometimes impossible, seriously, even if you have investors. But when you go out there and you buy something existing with proven assets, proven employees, proven products, proven track record, recognition, you have a list of clients and employees and processes and everything. You're not starting from zero, you're starting from level 5 or 6 or 7, right? It's so much more exciting and doable now, especially nowadays when you can get so much money to help you to do those deals. Plus the learning experience is so better, right? You can go out there when you buy the business, you're actually learning from the business owner, someone who's been running that business for the last 5-10 years. That's much better than learning from any random person online, right? The real mentor is the one who's running what you want to run right now, and that's the business owner. The seller, that's your real mentor, because every business is a bit different. Business is the same, but it's very different. Every business is a bit nuanced differently. So I hope you're excited about acquisitions as much as me. The next decade is all about acquisitions. Trillions of dollars is going to literally change hands in the next decade. And if you're not making the most out of it, you're just missing out.